All right. What's up, guys? Jeff from D Trailers, and let's talk about a unit that we just completed. It's called a DEP8 SW. SW means soft wash. Our DEP8 unit is a dual line hot water 3,500 PSI 8 gallon a minute unit. And then this one has its own independent soft wash system in it. So now you understand why it's named that. But a beautiful unit. This one's kind of the top of what we do, and it's really top of the top of anything else out there. I really, of course I'm biased, but I don't really see them this nice. This is a higher end enclosed trailer. It's on par with like a race car trailer in terms of its fit and finish. It's just a beautiful unit. This customer wanted the top of everything. So let's get to it. Let's go through it. So looking on the outside, it's a 6x18 V-nose. V-nose, just a nice look. Theoretically, they get you a little bit better gas mileage because you're not pulling a flat wall behind you. I don't know, maybe, but it gives you a little bit extra space inside, but just really a neat look on them. White exterior, smooth white exterior, blackout package. Blackout package just basically means that all the trim is black, the wheels are black. It's a neat look. We can do any color on the exterior walls and then the blackout package, and we can do any color with chrome trim with the normal package. But keep in mind, enclosed, their disadvantages is they cost more money, but their advantage is it's a big rolling billboard. They're secure, they're weatherproof. Neat unit. This can be either lettered or wrapped and really make a statement for your business. Right side door on these, rear cargo doors, good access. Keep in mind, it's an enclosed, it's not gonna have the access of our open trailer, but we go out of our way to design them so that they're as accessible, certain things you need to get to are accessible as possible. There's a lot of design that goes into these. And if you look at our trailer and you look at some of the other stuff out there, I mean, I look at some of them and I just see like things that, as far as from a design standpoint, don't make sense to me. I mean, there's a lot of thinking that goes into these, the way that everything's laid out. But yeah, rear cargo doors, right side door. So let's go in on the inside. Let's take a look inside. So up front, we've got our gas-powered soft wash unit. This is kind of the Cadillac of gas-powered soft wash pumps. It's an electric start Honda GX200, and it's pushing an AR45 pump. AR45 is kind of legendary in the soft wash industry. They're rated at 11.4 gallons per minute. We do 12-volt units also. The advantage of the 12-volt systems are, they're less money, they're quieter, but just not as much output. Really depends on what you want to do and what you think your workload's going to be as far as the soft wash side of your business. And that's something we can talk about when we talk about a unit for you. But this one, gas powered, you don't really need to go with an electric start, and you don't necessarily need to go with a Honda. But this customer, like I said, just wanted the best of everything. So working back from that, we've got our surfactant tank. It's easy access. You can fill it up easy. It can be drained easily. It's out of the way. And then working back from there, we get into our proportioner. So our proportioner is sodium hypochlorite, surfactant, and water. And you mix those obviously on the proportioner. But this unit's really neat because it's got the optional remote system, which is a really cool, nice to have, not need to have item. But let's say you're 200 feet away on a ladder spraying a roof down and you want to switch to, you're spraying your sodium hypochlorite and your surfactant, and you want to switch to water. Take a little pocket similar to this, little remote out of your pocket, push the button, and you're spraying water now, you're rinsing. Nice thing to have. Again, not a need to have, and it's something if you don't get it to start, it can be added later on. If you got a two-person team, you can always have somebody back at the dials, taking care of that while you're on the roof or on the ladder or what have you. But that's a really neat unit. So that brings us into the meat and the potatoes of the unit. The 8 gallon a minute, 3,500 PSI hot pressure wash system. This is a beast. It's a big boy. 8 gallon a minute on a single line is really strong. In fact, if you were using it 8 gallon a minute on a single line, you'd probably run a 6 gallon a minute tip in it, or a 5.5 gallon a minute tip in it, or maybe back the unloader off. It's just too much power for a single line, unless you're really, burly. But most of the guys, they run them with 6 gallon a minute tips, just because single line, they're really strong. But The reason we do an 8-gallon minute is because it gives you, when you split it into two, it gives you two strong 3,500 PSI 4-gallon a minute lines that are completely independent of each other, and both can be hot or cold. On this one, because it's an enclosed, we do the valves for the hose reels at the back. We'll get to the back of the trailer in a minute. But looking back from the pressure wash unit, you see our freshwater tanks, 400 gallon on this trailer, 550 is an upgrade. All of the enclosed trailers from now on will have 5,200 pound axles. I see a lot of rigs out there that are overloaded, that these people are putting them together and they don't have any idea what they're doing. They're overloading them, they're making them dangerous. This trailer with 3,500 pound axles and 400 gallons of water, it would be right at the limit, if not a little bit over it. So the 5,200 pound axles are going to give you plenty of carrying capacity and will allow you extra payload in case you need to add, put something in it that's heavy or carry something. And they're 5,200 pound. The 5,200 pound axles still ride nice. When you start getting into like the 7,000 pound axles, they start running a little bit harsh on the ride, especially when they're empty. But this is kind of a nice balance. We do electric brakes on them. Electric brakes are standard on all the enclosed. So moving around to the back, this is the business end. This is where all your hose lines are going to be peeling out. We've got a custom rack made for the reels. We've got our high pressure hose reels on the left stacked, and then on the right, we've got our soft wash reel. And then above that is our fill hose reel. The fill hose reel is cool because it's got an automatic shut off. So you peel it out, connect it to a spigot, turn on the spigot, and it's going to fill up your tanks, but it's not going to overflow and flood your trailer like the Titanic. It's a neat piece, and first couple of ones we didn't have that automatic shut off. There may have been a couple of customers that flooded the inside of their trailers. I don't know. Anyway, so that's a neat way to do it. And then also back here, you can see we've got our tank for our sodium hypochlorite. It's 80 gallon on this trailer. We have a lot of variations and availability as far as gallonage in the tanks. All the tanks are custom made. 80 on the bleach. I said bleach, not sodium hypochlorite. 20 on the surfactant is really a great balance without taking up too much space. But that's something we can talk about when we talk about your build. Which brings me to a point that I wanted to make. You'll notice there's a lot of used units out there if you've been looking around. And what I've found out is that a lot of these were built in people's backyards, and they got so focused on building the system and saving the money and not buying it from a company, and I can do it myself. And I get that, I understand that. You might have a budget that's so tight that you might have to build your own rig. But what I've seen is that these people get so focused into building their own system is that when it comes time for them to start the business, they're kind of, their mouth is open, their jaw's on the floor, like, what do I do now? And a lot of these people fail. And that's why you see a lot of these used units out there, and a lot of them have very few hours on it because they get so wrapped up in the unit, they don't think about the business part of it. My point is, not only can we sell you the perfect system for your business, we can help you with the business. I mean, a lot of our first phone call is going to be kind of figuring out, we call it discovery, but kind of figuring out what makes sense for you, what you want to do, what a good unit would be for you, what your budget is. Really, once we start building a system for you, we will help you get the business started, kind of help you to avoid some of the mistakes that a lot of these people make. I mean, you might build a unit for a pressure washing unit, and the pressure washing industry around you is saturated. And in that case, we would tell you to pivot and say, hey, focus more on this or focus more on that. We build more types of units for more types of businesses than anybody else. Pressure wash, soft wash, mobile car wash and detail, fleet wash, dealer wash, window cleaning, solar panel wash, pesticide units. I mean, the list goes on. Call us. Let's talk about what you want to do. You can call me anytime on the toll-free number. If I don't answer, ask for me, 877-777-0077. Yes, I had to sweet talk the person at the phone company at AT&T to get that cool toll-free number 24 years ago. But you can either call us, reach out to us on Facebook, reach out to us on YouTube pretty much anytime, and let's talk about what you want to do and see if we can help you out. So I appreciate you watching this video. Like and subscribe if you can, that'd be great. It helps us, and it'll also keep you updated on our updates. We've got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. We've got some courses that are coming down the pipe. It'll keep you updated with all of our builds, and we're going to start trying to do a video every week or every 2 weeks about something in the industry. And the industry is broad, people. Don't think of it as the pressure wash industry or the car wash industry. Think of it as the wash industry. There are so many things that these systems will do that people don't even think about. And that's what we're good at. We're really good. We don't want to see you spend money and buy a unit from us and fail. We want you to do great. So anyway, thanks for watching. Give us a call. Thank you.